What's up everyone, my name is Sholtan, and today I'm bringing you my Atomic Samurai build. Now you might have seen an earlier version of this build, but due to some new augments and some new decorations, I feel like I should update this build, especially since its damage potential has been greatly boosted. So what we're looking at as far as gear goes, we got the Basil Varga Rookslayer, which is one of my favorite longswords in the game. I really love that thing. Doesn't take much to get some white sharpness. It's got some nice blast, and on it we have an affinity increase so that it goes from minus 10% to 0%, which is going to help us a lot with this particular build, since we want as much affinity as possible. Also, we have the Raft Soul Element Beta, which will give us critical boost. We have the Kushala Sista Beta with Handicraft, Kaiser Rambrace's Alpha with Weakness Exploit, Kaiser Coil Beta with Blast Attack, and Kaiser Greaves Beta with Latent Power. Now, Latent Power isn't my favorite skill, but from the three pieces from Teostra, we do get the Teostra technique. But before we get into that, we'll go over decorations, since this time I don't want to skip them over like in my last build video. What we have is 3 Vitality Jewels, 2 Protection, 1 Critical Jewel, 1 Tenderizer Jewel, and 1 Attack Jewel. Now, pretty much this brings us to this: Attack Boost level 4, Health Boost level 3, Weakness Exploit level 3, Blast Attack level 2, Critical Boost level 2, Handicraft level 2, Latent Power level 2, and Divine Blessing level 2. Now, first of all, the Teostra technique prevents your weapon from losing sharpening during critical hits, which is why we want, as much affinity as possible. We've got then Weakness Exploit level 3, so attacks that hit weak spots have 50% increased affinity. We also have Latent Power, like I said, at level 2, while active, increases affinity by 20% and reduces stamina depletion by 10%. So we can bring ourselves at 70% affinity, but like I said, this is very situational. It doesn't proc all the time, but when it does, you do see a nice affinity increase, so that's always good. We have 2 points in Handicraft to bring ourselves in white sharpness. We don't need more, since our crits are going to help us from losing sharpness, so we're going to keep our sharpness as long as possible. And if you want to start a fight really well, do bring an affinity booster and Rocksteady Mantle. This is a great beginner for fights. You're just going to crit 100% of the time and not lose any sharpness at all. Now, critical boost we're getting from our helmet and our jewel. We got it to level 2, which is good enough for me. Increases damage dealt by critical hits by 35%, so this is great. Divine Blessing level 2 has a predetermined chance of reducing the damage you take. So at level 2 we get 30% reduced damage when it procs, and it procs fairly often, so I do like it. Blast Attack level 2 to help with our blast element. Health Boost level 3 to bring ourselves at 150 health, and even more if we go for food buffs. And Attack Boost for a nice 5% affinity increase, and Attack plus 12. Now we're going to be using Testa Minor Gigante as always, because he's just a good measure of power to me these days. We're going to be using Mega Demon Drug, Demon Power, Affinity Booster, and Rocksteady Mantle. And I want you guys to pay special attention to my sharpness. As you can see, every time I'm critting, I don't lose sharpness, and I'm critting pretty much most of the time at this point, which is what's amazing. And again, with Rocksteady Mantle, just keeping me in that affinity booster and really giving myself my area of dominance. I mean, the fight couldn't go any faster. We already have him, falling asleep. This time I did bring bombs, because why not? If you have them, use them. Plus, I know I won't get knocked back because I still have Rocksteady Mantle. This is great, right? You're trying to use, you're trying to take advantage of your affinity booster, and we're doing some pretty awesome damage also. Because of crit boosts, since we're critting all the time. I mean, look at this. You're just, keeping constant pressure on him. You just can't do anything. He can't grow his spikes. I think he can't grow them once to full in this whole fight. Which, I'm used to, breaking lots of parts and all with, the bigger weapons, but with Longsword, it's not as easy. You can see here, we're just keeping at it. We're still in white. Lots of it to still go. We're critting a whole lot less now, which is normal. But again, we don't have like all that much white sharpness, so it goes away fairly fast. And now we're beginning to be in blue, which blue is still very respectable. Here I thought I lost him. I thought he was gonna run away, but he stays around, which is perfect for us. And here we go. We got Divine Blessing proccing. I mean, this thing saves lives. This the skill there, and that's what's fun about this build is you get the health increase, you get the Divine Blessing, and so you end up with a very offensive build. But one that can take a hit, right? You have enough health to not be one-shotted by most things, and you got Divine Blessing, which procs, more often than you'd think, really. And here you go. I mean, 3 minutes, which is amazing for Longsword, right? I mean, it's pretty darn good. I'm pretty much loving this set. I'm doing my Tempered Elders with this set. It's just been amazing, really loving the results. I also have another one with more defensive abilities, but I do prefer this one, especially ever since I got my augment. The augmentation on the Basil sword really brings this build to the next level, just as much as the crit boost jewel, because I do feel like crit boost level 1 isn't all that great, but at level 2 at least you're starting to really feel the difference. And here you go, 3 minutes and 6 seconds, a very respectable time. So if you see any Longsword users out there, tell them to try out this build.